Hello, we're back with another episode of Grown Ass Men features the Drunk Ass Men podcast.
We gotta do
it.
You do it again.
Do you want to do it again? Yeah. Hey, how about someone else?
No, you were the intro.
I do it every time.
That's fine. Okay.
I can do it, yeah.
Okay, ready?
Hello, and welcome to another Drunk Ass Men podcast. This is Michael from a couple weeks back. I murdered Sam and Wesley and have taken over their show, and I have their corpses with me right here, and they're going to be talking with me as well, I guess.
I'm alive again!
What's happened?
Such a good necromancer, I guess.
I came back from the dead.
Yeah. I guess my question to you guys would be, I mean, Sam kind of already brought this, mentioned this, but what's your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon?
Yeah.
Well, my favorite Pokemon hands down is Charizard. I don't give a fuck. I love Charizard because I'm a Gen 1. Like, Pokemon...
Oh, hell
Gen
yeah.
1 came out when I was in 4th grade. When it came out, I love me Charizard.
Yeah, I have an 11-year-old Charizard in Pokemon X right now.
Oh, I think meant like a card. I was
No.
like, what?
No, I have the Pokemon itself. Time for touching story. So, I got that Charizard when I guess was in about the 4th grade when they did the remakes of the first gen. And I was like, oh yeah, Pokemon's cool again. And then I've just been moving it up through the games since then, and it is 11 years old this year.
Oh, you brought it from previous games? Oh,
Yep.
I see.
Like you put it in your Pokebank or whatever?
Yeah. I paid $5 for a year-long subscription.
Speaking of Pokebank,
I've
never had one. How do they work? Like, can you put any generation Pokemon from any game?
Yeah, as long as you have it in X and Y or Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, it can be put in there.
Wait, so if you have Pokemon Blue, you can't do those?
No.
Damn.
The whole bringing it up through the generations thing technically starts with 4, because you had the DS cartridge and the Game Boy Advance cartridge slot on the DS, and you could switch them.
So only DS and up.
Yeah.
Can be put on.
Yeah. But yeah, Wes, what's your favorite Pokemon?
I kind of have a lot, but I would say my favorite one right now is Arcanine, just because I like how he's like a fire dog.
Yeah.
Like a fire wolf.
Arcanine's a good Pokemon. I never really used him.
Wolves are my favorite real animals, so of course a wolf would be my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah.
I've never played Pokemon competitively. I can't. I'll get my ass handed to me. I play Pokemon because I enjoy playing Pokemon. Okay, so my wife, she's never, she had never played a Pokemon game before. She really isn't even a very good gamer to begin with, but she played Soul Silver. She beat all 8 gym leaders, and she continued on, beat the other 8 gym leaders, and then beat Red in her first go. And if you've never fought Red has level 99 Pikachu's, he will fuck your shit up.
Yeah.
And she's beaten every Pokemon game since then. And it's really funny, in every game she's had, what is it? It's Mareep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she names it Lay Sheep, right? And so in every,
at least it was fluffy.
And so in every game, she's always had a Lay Sheep. In Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Mareep or no, it's not Mareep. It's
Meryl Streep. God,
it's the electric.
That's a Mareep.
Yeah,
but
Mareep,
it evolves, and then it evolves into
Flaffy.
Flaffy,
was a
and then
Pokemon.
Ampharos.
Yeah, and she's had
She'd
one
be
of those
Meryl
in every single game until Omega Ruby, and she couldn't. It wasn't there, and so she didn't want to play it anymore. She has literally taken this little electric sheep Pokemon all the way to the Elite Four. Never leaves her party. She is
right on.
She is a Pokemon master indeed. To beat Red with no idea what it's gonna be like.
I've never played 2nd gen of Pokemon. I played 1st, 3rd, and 4, 5, and now 6 with X and Y. But I've never played 2. For everybody that wasn't able to hear our conversation 5 minutes before the podcast started, I didn't do competitive Pokemon until Gen 6. And I honestly think that that was the best gen to get in on.
What was that?
X and Y.
X and Y?
Yeah. Because they have the super trainer stuff.
Yeah.
Plus you have the horde battles and things like that, and it like Nintendo and Game Freak just made it a lot easier to really get in.
In all the re-releases too, they've had like the same like.
Well, I mean Omega Ruby. And
dude, the herds were like they weren't hard. But they were annoying.
They were annoying
because how fucking awesome would that be? You just get a herd of Mewtwo's just after your ass.
Well, that's not how it works.
Or a herd of fucking Charizards.
When you play, do you catch them all?
I try to.
Never caught them all.
I've never caught them all, but
if I run across one, I'll grab it.
Yeah.
I have moods like that. I'm like, I don't want that Pokemon.
Yeah, or if you're just like, I'm so tired of seeing the same goddamn Pokemon, I don't want it anymore. Go away.
Well, I don't catch every single one I come across. I catch one.
And of course.
And you beat the game with one Pokemon.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works.
You can do
people do that?
No, you can do that Nuzlocke challenge.
I've tried. It
seems like it.
Have you ever played it?
No, it seems like it would suck all the
No,
fun
I've
out
tried.
of it.
It's fun, but like I've never made it that far.
It's a little intense for me. Like Pokemon is one of those games where I do get really competitive with it. Not to the point where I like get angry, but it's always been one of those games where it's like relaxing for me to play, and it's just I don't have to do a lot. But with Nuzlocke, it's like now we're gonna take these Pokemon that you're growing attached to, and every single time like it gets hurt, your heart breaks a little bit.
Yeah, it could die.
I'm out of potions.
Yeah, no, because people do like crazy rules. I think I was doing a Nuzlocke, or I was trying to start a Nuzlocke. I didn't get past Viridian Forest, and it was like you could only heal at Pokemon centers, but they gave you like a shit ton of potions. So it was just like, here are all these potions. I'm like, fuck, I can't use these. Oh god.
I gotta just sell them.
You could.
I could sell
who
them.
would know?
I would know. God would know. And God would smite me.
God's a faggot.
But I always, like, as far as competitive play goes, I always try to use Pokemon that I like.
I never go for strategy, really.
I tank my way through. Yeah.
For competitive play, I go for strategies that involve the Pokemon that I like. Like, I'll look them up on, like, Bulbapedia.
Yeah. And
be like, oh, they're really good at, like, Gardevoir is one of my favorite Pokemon. And I'm like, oh, she's special attacker.
She's hot.
Yep. But anyway, let's not get into how weird that is. But, I was like, oh, she's really good at, like, status effects and special attacking, so I'm just gonna, like, form a team around her. And I did. And it kind of sucks because there aren't any good fairies, and I wanted to make it a fairy team. But, it scares people when they see that.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh god, like an entire team of fairies.
I generally just have like a Pokemon that can take on any other type of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I have like like my, in this one in Omega, like I'll have my Blaziken, which is a fighting fire, so that takes care of that. I'll have like a flying water if possible, and then like a ground electric. No, I do need an electric for water. What do I need for?
Well, you can also
for
use grass.
I always want a psychic.
Oh no, but can I use ground for water, or is it rock for water?
Both of those are weak to water.
What's strong to water besides electricity?
Grass.
Okay.
Ice? Isn't ice?
No, ice is weak.
Hey, but at least it's now...
Ice is weak to water?
Yeah, because ice, or water melts ice.
But couldn't, like, ice freeze water, too?
Not necessarily.
Remember when it used to be dragons
like
were only weak?
Dragons and other dragons.
During Gen 1, when you had to go up against Lance, and you're like, I don't have anything that can do anything here.
Yeah.
Now it's fairies fucking kick dragon.
Well, no, it's fairies, ice, and dragon.
Yeah, they balanced it out a little better.
Yeah.
Oh, they gave it ice now.
But even now, like the legendary...
Remember
when the legendary Pokemon were awesome, and now it's just like, oh, it's just this Pokemon I gotta catch in the game that may or may not be better than what I already have.
Yeah, well, I always, like, when I'm playing, I always... legendary Pokemon for me are those, like, prize Pokemon. One, my friend and I had this long discussion about this, where you're essentially capturing gods,
Yeah.
And like a 10-year-old's going out there and like, hey, I got a gun now, I'm gonna use it against like the Elite Four and win, sort of thing. Like, yeah. So it's like, my problem with it is that, so I just don't use legendaries on my team. I think on my fairy team I switched out a Carbink for Deontay, which was the fairy legendary, but then I realized that Deontay isn't as good as the Carbink I had, and plus it was good at defense and special defense, so it would sit out there like against a water type and just be like getting pounded on, and nothing would happen to it.
Yeah.
But my favorite legendary is Mewtwo, and he's
it's because
banned in literally everything. So.
It's because he's first.
Well,
you gotta.
he was made to be the ultimate Pokemon. And he thought that he was the ultimate Pokemon as we saw in Pokemon the first movie.
The fucking first movie.
He's like, I'm the best Pokemon, I'm gonna clone all these Pokemon and make them better like me.
Do we want to talk about how bad a Pokemon trainer Ash is?
Oh,
Ash is horrible.
Like the worst.
have y'all watched Pokemon Origins?
Oh, hell yeah. I watched it as it was airing.
Yeah, that's the best. Yeah. But Ash is like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna let my Butterfree and my fucking Pidgeot leave, you know? It's
okay,
like, fuck, dude?
For the Butterfree thing, like, you can't... Let's not talk about that, because one was sad as shit. But
he had Pidgeotto forever, and then it
no.
finally evolves into a Pidgeot, and he's just like, yeah, no, fuck flying, I'll use some other TM, screw
use
you.
My Pikachu!
Yeah, he never gave away Pikachu.
I know. I really don't like the fact that Pikachu is the Pokemon that they went with for the face of Pokemon.
It could have been such a cooler Pokemon.
I know. Well, they were originally thinking Clefairy.
Really?
Yeah. But let me tell you why that's a better choice. Pikachu is just this like little shit that's like found in the woods. It's like it's a rat.
Yeah.
Like it's like he went out and like picked up a little field mouse and was like, yes, I have a mouse.
I have a Pokemon.
But Clefairy had all this like mystery around it, and like they could have done a lot of story stuff with it.
It's from the fucking moon, man.
I know. Essentially.
Do y'all remember the episode Mystery at Moon Mountain? I think it's on VHS over there. Shit.
Aren't Clefairy and like Gengar almost the same Pokemon?
Like it's like
people
a corrupted or something.
People
like
have speculated that Clefairy is or no, Gengar is Clefairy's shadow.
Like a corrupted.
And Clefairy's actually the more evil one.
Probably, I don't know. It's been a while since I've read the stuff around that.
But there's so many goddamn Pokemon now. Let me see. Let me find.
What's the stupidest Pokemon in your opinion?
Stupidest one? I mean, Pikachu, probably. That's a personal thing. I hate Pikachu.
Fuck boy.
You know, Pikachu. Pikachu is quite the fuckboy.
Honestly, I think the stupidest one to me is Nose Pass.
Okay, yeah, I know. That hurts a little bit. I mean, it's true. I run a page called Nose Pass Sassafras for those of you who don't know. And honestly, I do hate
Nose Pass is a little bitch.
No, his evolved form?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember it.
I don't know.
And I don't want to be anti-Semitic in its description.
Okay, I understand what you mean.
Because it's just this, like... It's like Nose Pass grew a little bit,
it's
lost its arms and legs, and then, has the, magnet mustache. And, little tiny beady eyes.
The most retarded design.
It is the stupidest design.
Oh, the one with the big old nose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a Jew. I said it! There I said it!
You said it, not me.
What's the stupidest Pokemon in your opinion, Sam?
The stupidest Pokemon? Oh, a Giraffig.
Giraffig?
Yeah, I get that, yeah.
Giraffig.
Giraffig is like...
Damn,
Giraffig!
Damn!
See, I like Giraffig because it's like...
Big.
That weird...
Spikes so much.
Big, it's Giraffig.
What is it? It's like a psychic dark type?
Yeah, it's worthless.
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm like...
Does its tailhead whisper horrible things in its sleep?
Oh.
Sweet whisper.
Tales of hell.
What is the scariest Pokemon that you can think of?
What is it? It's the one that steals your dreams, like Drowsy.
Drowsy? Yeah, Drowsy's the fucking...
Drowsy's creepy.
Yeah.
I think Drifloon.
Wait, what's the one that looks like a fucking, like a lamp or whatever? The one that steals souls?
Oh, yeah,
He steals, like, the children's souls.
Souls of children. Or,
yeah.
and what
Chandelier.
about...
Yeah, that's it.
What about, like, Cubone and that
well, that's not scary.
Not creepy.
But it's sad.
Yeah,
that's like,
one of the saddest ones, yeah.
I don't know, I feel like that's a little bit more understandable than,
But is...
Drifloon, like, if you read its Pokedex thing, it's like, it literally, like, floats down, will grab children and then just like leave and like take them to like
And eat them.
Wherever.
yeah, wherever
Absorb
where
them.
it kidnaps children.
So do people in that world, do they eat Pokemon?
Oh yeah.
Probably, dude.
It's
They're
confirmed.
delicacies.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I bet that's how
Slowpoke
fucking.
tails.
I bet that's how Aerodactyl and Kabutops and all them went extinct.
All the fossilized Pokemon.
All the fossilized ones are just dead.
Did you ever watch the original Twitch Plays Pokemon?
Oh hell yeah!
That- yeah.
I followed that one.
Yeah, for
very
so-
closely.
I wasn't
yeah.
into Twitch at that time.
Fucking, it was the Lord and Savior. What was it? Was it Helix?
Yeah, Lord Helix.
Yeah,
I have a
Lord
picture
Helix.
somewhere.
They finally made it past the maze. I remember
Yeah.
that took forever.
If you like scroll down to what was it? It was like 20. It was the end of 2013 into 2014, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you scroll down to that time period, like the only thing on my Facebook is me talking about Twitch. Like I was essentially live. I don't want to say live tweeting, but I was like posting about it all the time.
Live updating.
I
Yeah.
cannot believe that they did it.
It was
Wait, didn't they waste their
I can't believe that
Master Ball on
Twitch
something?
fucking beat
Yeah,
Dark Souls
on an
before
Abra.
I could.
on an Abra. See, after that first one, it was just kind of like because it's like, oh yeah, they've done it before.
Yeah, but then they went into like the democracy versus chaos. At
Yeah,
first, we weren't
democracy
getting
versus
anywhere.
anarchy.
Yeah, anarchy. Yeah.
Well, it brings up a really interesting point, like a really valid point as far as like social systems work, like democracy versus anarchy. Because in anarchy, yeah, everyone's doing stuff, but you progressed rather quickly. But as soon as it switched to democracy, things slowed down.
yeah.
And like people, like granted, it was more controlled and everything, but you were progressing a lot slower.
How do you guys feel about esports becoming like really big, like almost where you could hear anybody talking about like their favorite teams? You go out somewhere, like it's becoming kind of big, like regular sports.
I like normal sports. I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But on the other side of that, like, good for them for being so good at something that
Yeah.
they can become professional at it. It takes just as much talent, to be a good League of Legends player as it does to be or Counter-Strike player as it does to do anything
Yeah.
else. So I mean, I don't care because I'm not really a competitive gamer and I don't follow competitive gaming. But I mean, good for them for being good enough at it to be able to make something of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's been like countless like charity fundraisers like that. Like some of those players make a lot of money now.
Yeah, I have a
They
friend.
raise a lot of money.
Actually, and he's really big into Dota, and he like is right below professional level, like professional rank.
He's gonna
And
get a scholarship.
in their ranking system or whatever, and it's really cool seeing him talk about it because like we watched a documentary or something, and I had to have him explain. It was like a documentary Valve made, and I had to have him explain a lot of it to me because I don't follow Dota. I'm not a MOBA person.
Yeah.
Don't play League at all.
I've tried Dota and I've tried League, and I suck at both of them. I just play Counter-Strike.
Yeah, they're hard, but it's really cool seeing him talk about it because the way that you see him explain strategies and things, and the way that the game works, is really cool. Like he was telling me, he's like, this is like my football.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
That's what
yeah.
that's what I was thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. I like the fact that people are becoming more open to it. I personally don't think that they should be considered sports, but I really
Yeah, it
think
shouldn't
it's
be
neat.
like sport. It's like more like competitive gaming. Like
Yeah,
that's all it is really.
like people trying to get it considered a sport, like they're never.
It's not gonna be in
because
the
it's
Olympics.
not a sport.
It doesn't take a toll on the body besides just the chance of getting a clot in your
tunnel.
leg or something or,
Or
carpal tunnel.
Both you guys are older than me.
Yeah,
So
very much.
I was talking to one of my friends. He's really big into Smash. This is my roommate, one of my roommates actually. Really big into Smash. His friends they play competitively as well, so they go to tournaments and will like do really well at these tournaments. Like through my friend, one of his friends is like the second best Link main in all of Connecticut. So we were having this conversation the other night. It was one of our like 3 a.m. conversations. and he brings up the fact that he isn't enjoying video games as much as he used to, and I had been talking to him about that.
Yeah.
And we were both discussing, like, man, is this like what being an adult is? Is this just like how video games are becoming? Like, what is the cause of us not enjoying video games as much as we used to? And because you guys have been sort of like, I've been in college, which is sort of like a semi-reality, a pseudo-reality, if you will. I was wondering if you guys could shed any light on.
I'm the eldest, so I will definitely go.
Yeah.
It's simply because I can no longer like focus so much attention on playing a game, no matter how much I love it. You know, like for example, like when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, I'm gonna play the piss out of that game.
Fuck work.
But that doesn't mean. But I mean, I'll probably play it for like six hours at most, and then put it down, or 4 hours. I can't go on these massive fucking stints that I used to be able to. It's partly. It's not that I get bored. It's just I get tired of doing it.
Yeah.
Unless I really, really love the game, like I can't. And it's not that video games are less fun, because there have been a couple games like Bloodborne. I loved Bloodborne. I sat there and I played the shit out of Bloodborne. But it's not like when I was in high school and I could sit here and just burn through Final Fantasy X. I don't have the time, the attention span, the drive, I guess. It's not that I love video games any less. I'm far more picky about what I buy, but I mean, I think it's just part of becoming an adult, especially because I don't have anything to do with video games for a living. Yeah. You know, it's just like a way for me to escape.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, really. Is do you have a lot of spare time? And like I think when some people don't enjoy it as much as they used to, it's because like they have like these creeping thoughts, like, oh, I gotta get this done today. I can't be sitting here playing Smash all day.
Yeah. No, like I've been noticing it. Like obviously, because Destiny: The Taken King just came out.
Boo! That game was a piece of shit. Boo!
Okay, no. Okay, I will.
It was a waste
I'm
of
not
my
defending
goddamn
Destiny.
money.
Hold on.
I'm not defending Destiny, but I will.
Beer.
I will attempt to defend my purchase of this game.
Does anyone want another beer?
I would like one.
That is one beer. Would Sam like a beer?
Yeah, I'll grab a beer.
That's 3 beers. How much do you think you and I and everybody else that we like, David and Dylan, have spent on World of Warcraft?
Oh, way too much goddamn
We have spent so much fucking money on World of Warcraft.
The problem with the difference
I bought
between...
it 3 times.
You've bought it so many times because you can't remember what like how many accounts have you made, Sam?
3. World of Warcraft is not my thing. MMOs are really I
love MMOs.
No. I like RPGs, Final Fantasy. That is my shit.
See,
like that is my type of video game to play, or RPGs.
I enjoy MMOs.
I like Dragon Age.
That are done well.
It's still an RPG.
I enjoy MMOs
it's
that
actually
are done
an
well.
action RPG.
I think that I was telling Sam and Wes that I just recently started playing old RuneScape. Like I went on and downloaded old RuneScape. I can get on those servers now or whatever. However the fuck it works, I don't even know. And you know, I'm running around with my polygons pointing and stabbing everything, and like running up to these running around to shitty ass music that I muted so I could listen to my good music. And I'm having like the time of my life because I'm like, man, this is fun. Click, click, click. But for whatever reason, I'm not getting that with most games now. Like, RuneScape is by no means like an amazing game. It's not like 5 stars. It's good. It's fun. And it does a lot of things right. It's by no means like a great game.
It's because there is a nostalgia goggles
That's true.
are the shit, and then also it's because we are pretty much in a pretty like barren desert of new IPs. Everything has just been done over and over and over.
The market is heavily saturated.
Yeah. So based off of what you just said, and I was about to say I haven't studied shit I'm in my 4th year of college and I haven't studied shit. But I watched a documentary. It was like Video Games the Movie or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it
Video
was
Games, the movie.
Yeah.
The game.
Video Games the Movie coming to Netflix near you. But so in this documentary they were talking about a not fairly recent the video games market crash back in, I think it was like the 70s or 80s.
It was the 80s.
It was the 80s because that's when E.T. came out.
Yeah,
right?
that's when the N64, or not the N64, the original Nintendo came out that brought the boom back out.
Okay, yeah.
Do you think E.T. was a good movie?
I've never seen E.T.
You've never seen E.T.?
I've never seen E.T.
It's like saying you've never seen Indiana Jones.
I've seen Indiana Jones. I've
Thank
seen all of the
God.
Indiana Jones.
To beat you.
But, so, E.T.
Thanks for doing that right on the mic, Sam.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for sucking my dick.
My pleasure.
So E.T. was this horrible game for people that may or may not know.
It was basically what mobile games are today.
Yeah.
You mean like the original like NES E.T.?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
Atari
that
2600.
Okay,
Oh, whatever fucking...
Y'all need to learn your goddamn video game history.
Shut
Come
the
on.
fuck up.
Anyway, so there was
Yo, ass.
essentially a market crash for video games because the market was becoming heavily saturated with the same shit.
With garbage.
Yeah, with garbage. And my friends and I have been predicting that another video game market crash is coming within the next decade.
I will have to disagree with you.
Yeah.
What will happen will be the fall of the consoles and the rise of the PC.
Yeah.
Because gaming in and of itself still makes so much money. People are all like
there will always be video games.
like people like and there's a difference between like our generation who grew up in kind of not so much retro but kind of like the 4th and 5th gen, like PlayStation 1, 2, Xbox, you know, before we got to the 360 and the PS3, especially the 360, like Call of Duty, I'm gonna fuck your mom, faggot, like that generation does not know what a good I'm sorry I keep playing fussies with you.
Okay. I like it.
They do not know what good, like they think that everything needs to be a goddamn Call of Duty clone and or they won't touch it. But
I am so tired of first person shooters.
We have had exposure to just a plethora from 2D platformers to N64 and PlayStation with the polygons and introduction to 3D to full scale 3D to graphics that are just as, but we have never lost that drive of wanting to have a fun game that includes story, great gameplay, sound or music.
See, and it's sad because Nintendo gives us all of that.
Not necessarily, but Nintendo doesn't grow up with its target audience.
No, they stay that kid to preteen.
They have been doing better.
That appeals to the older audience.
What is one game that everyone should play that's kind of like an indie game? One game that everybody,
like not a AAA title.
That's not something that's just well super known. It can be on any platform.
I have two.
I think Hyper Light Drifter. I think I told you guys about
What's
that.
the system?
I think you told us about that like on the first.
The system is literally everything. It's gonna be coming out for everything.
Okay.
This is the first podcast. I don't know if it made the show.
The first time you were featured.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, but that shit's gonna be amazing.
So you think that is a game out of every game you've ever played?
Out of any game,
that is a game that you Mine would be. I'll go in there since you have two. Mine would be Shadow of the Colossus. If you have never played Shadow of the Colossus, play
Shadow of the Colossus is a lot.
I never played it, but I watched the Game Grumps play it.
That game, like that game, like
it is one of the most
soundtrack,
beautiful games I've
just
ever
like
seen
the
in my
emotional, like very few times has something elicited an emotional response in me. And like that music and just the atmosphere, it touched my soul. It was like that game was art. That was beautiful.
I will say that the largest emotional response for me from a video game, and like I'll let Wes talk once I say this, and then I'll give my explanation.
Finally, God.
But when I saw the trailers for the Halo Chief Master Collection, but I'll get into that later.
You mean Master Chief?
Yeah, Master Chief.
Chief Master.
Wait, did I say Chief Master?
Well, you said Halo Chief Master Collection.
I have a topic after this.
Is it called the Master Collection?
It's like the Master Chief.
It's the Master Chief Collection.
I'm really.
I'll do the next topic after you finish up.
I would say it's more of like a series that people need to play. But like, did you guys play Jack and Daxter?
I never had a
Fucking
PS2.
Loved those games.
Yeah, I played 2 and 3.
Yeah.
I played Crash Bandicoot.
Jack, no, you have to play the first Jack and Daxter. That sets the whole series up.
I know.
And then Jack 2 is really good. I don't think I ever beat Jack 3 though.
Ratchet and Clank was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. I think Jack and Daxter it was a clone of Ratchet and Clank. I'm pretty sure.
Those were the two games they came out at the same time.
And then my other game I would say would be Metal Gear Solid 3. Just that one.
Yeah.
Play that game, please.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. What is your favorite gaming series, trilogy of games, something like that?
Oh.
A saga of games.
Yeah, what's your favorite
Halo.
saga of games? Halo?
Mine is Halo.
Such a fuckboy.
Okay, let me explain, because unlike most fuckboys
It's
our
a nice
age,
Mountain Dew and bag of Doritos you got there.
I know. Well, I do have my Doritos with me. Left my Mountain Dew at home. But my thing with Halo, it all started when I was like 6 or 7 years old. I had the original Xbox, and my dad was looking for games for me to supposedly me to play. I think he was looking for himself in hindsight. But he's looking through this website, and he gets to Halo Combat Evolved. And he goes, "Oh, this one sounds like a lot of fun, Michael." And I go, and little 6-year-old me's like, "Dad, it's rated M. It says 17+. I don't know if I should play this game."
Daddy, I'm not sure.
And he goes, No. You're fine. Like, it's gonna be fine. It's a video game.
It's just a shooter.
That game scared the living shit out of me when I was a kid. Like, I couldn't get out of the fucking, like, cryo bay. I was so scared. Because, like, there was blood, there was explosions, everyone was like, "Hurry, we need to, like, get out of here."
Hurry, fucking kill him, go before they go.
I know.
Fucking kill him.
So I was, like, shitting myself. Like, 6-year-old Michael was there sitting around shitting himself. And then
Didn't help that you had to go and sleep at that one room that was haunted. With the kid
I know, right?
laughing outside your window.
Right. But and then where my like fondness of this game comes from is my dad picked it up and started playing it as soon as I was like, I'm too scared to play it.
I'm scared.
My dad starts playing it. He beats it on normal, he beats it on heroic, and when he finally stopped, he was playing through it on legendary. My dad doesn't play video games, but he played the shit out of Halo. And then, of course, I have the, like, normal memories of, like, sitting down with, like, my cousins and friends and playing it as well. But that's, like, I would come home from school and come in, and my dad would be playing that. And he'd be like, "Oh, Michael, you want to be my navigator," sort of thing. So I'd always, make sure that he was going on the right track. I'm pretty sure he was just goofing around. And then, like, "Oh, where should I go, Michael?" But I have really fond memories of my dad playing.
What was the topic? Favorite series?
Favorite series,
yeah.
Do you have one?
Yeah, I actually, and mine is kind of difficult. As y'all know, I love Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy, but however, as my favorite, like, video game saga of all time, because Final Fantasy is broken up into different stories. It's my favorite franchise, I guess, but my favorite saga is Kingdom Hearts. I love...
Is Kingdom Hearts part of Final Fantasy?
No. It's like Kingdom
I heard it's
Hearts.
Final Fantasy Junior.
Kingdom Hearts for me, like, each time, like, the game has come out, like, so much of my memory and what I liked about being a child is associated with Kingdom Hearts. Like, when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, because I own every Kingdom Hearts game, I played every Kingdom Hearts game several times. When 3 comes out, I can die and it is okay. As long as I can play and beat it. Because the thing about Kingdom Hearts is that, like, I grew up with these characters. Like, when I was 13 and I played Kingdom Hearts for the first time, 14,
You were still a youngin'.
Yeah. I was around, the age of Sora, the main character. And then when in Kingdom Hearts 2, again around the same age. Granted, motherfucking years later, when we finally get Kingdom Hearts 3, you know, and it's
They're gonna be old men.
You can't play it
people.
anymore.
Like
because
but Kingdom Hearts is to me what like Mario and Sonic and other things is to other people. Like I love Kingdom Hearts. I love the Disney aspect of it. I love the storytelling. I love the characters. I could go on and on and on. I wrote a paper one time about Kingdom Hearts.
Did you write your fan fiction,
you know?
Sam? Do you have fan fiction? Do you have your own Kingdom Hearts OC?
Oh my god. Anyway. So,
original characters, please don't still.
Please don't still.
But like, I mean, yeah. Final Fantasy would be my favorite franchise, but I love Kingdom Hearts. I love it.
Kingdom Hearts is a fun ass game series. So
don't you talk bad about?
Oh no, this is like all
Kingdom Hearts.
This is all personal for me. Like I love it. I haven't played through one, but I know the gist of the story and everything.
No,
I don't. I know I don't, but
it has become the most convoluted, just like fuck thing is happening here.
The level design in it for me felt like nightmares that I've had. That's the only complaint I have about it.
In what way? Them being linear?
No, not the linearity. It's they make me feel claustrophobic.
Oh, I see.
But that's
in Kingdom Hearts 3, everything, because they're running on, a brand new fucking
engine.
mega open.
I'd hope that they were running on a new engine.
Okay, what? Oh no, it looks fucking gorgeous, dude. And
so
they
3 has a completely new engine.
Yeah, and they have
the last one was on 2, so let's
they have a thing called
Unreal 4.
It's called the Kingdom, like it's running on Unreal Engine 4, right? But
it is.
Yeah, but
I was right.
But they also have this thing called the Kingdom Shader, and you know how each Disney movie and property kind of has its own like aesthetic to it, like some of them are more cartoony than others. The Kingdom Shader will allow that world and the characters to look that way. So how a character will look in, say, Tangled will look different than in like a Pirates of the Caribbean world. Like the shader allows it to become more like the movie. It's cool. Gonna be baller. Yeah. And the only gripe that I fucking have that's coming out is there's been Kingdom Hearts 1.5, Kingdom Hearts 2.5, which is like a collection of all the games.
Where's 3.5?
No. 3 hasn't come out yet, right? And so the next one is called Kingdom Hearts 2.8.
What?
Right.
3 is gonna be 2.8?
No. And
Faggots?
No, 2.8 has the HD re-release of Dream Drop Distance, which was a 3DS, but it's integral to the story. But then there's also, goddammit, a Birth by Sleep Volume .02, right?
Jesus Christ!
What's wrong with these people?
And 2.8 plus .02 equals 3.
I know y'all think you're gonna buy it.
But the Birth by Sleep version 0. Or 2 or .02 or whatever is going to be like a demo almost with the new Kingdom Hearts engine. I could talk about this forever. I am so terribly excited. I have waited 10 fucking
got a chub for this game.
years.
I know.
For this guy. Like Final
I can
Fantasy.
see your boner from here.
Final Fantasy 15 is going to come out soon.
I don't smell your boner from here.
Like, I don't care. I'm going to play it, I'm going to love it, but when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, fuck you, Final Fantasy 15.
I like
it's time
it,
to
and
play
I want it.
Kingdom Hearts. Okay, Wesley, it's your turn.
Hold on.
I would say that my favorite video game series would be Prince of Persia, because that was my shit for like years. That was the games that I went home from after school and played. I don't know. That story was just amazing to me. Did you guys ever play any of them?
I've never played.
Yeah, I played all 3 of them.
You played all 3?
Mm-hmm.
Never played Prince of Persia.
Prince of Persia, like the first one was fucking amazing. The second one was even better, but the third one like let me down really hard.
That one was, and Warrior Within was.
Warrior Within was.
It was way harder than the first
yes.
one.
It was way more mature and it was way harder.
And then what about at the end of Sands of Time, where like the final boss was easier than like some of the baddies you had to been fighting like before? Like goddamn, I was just like, there's no way this fight can be that easy. And running from the Dahaka.
That was the best thing.
I have a question.
All of a sudden, Godsmack just comes on. It's like, like, oh shit, it's going down.
I have a question for you guys now that I know that you like Prince of Persia. What did you think of the movie?
I mean, the movie was fun.
Yeah.
It's not good, and it's not a correct representation of the game. but it was.
But
I
I mean,
liked it.
they did.
It was okay.
They did.
It was alright.
Alright.
They did alright.
Better than the Mario Brothers movie.
I've
The
never seen
the
it.
only proper answer to that is no, it's not, because nothing can beat the Super Mario Brothers movie.
No, nothing can beat goddamn Dragon Ball Evolution.
We don't talk about that.
That wasn't real.
We're not talking
I
about
really
Dragon Ball
wish
Evolution.
It wasn't real.
I really wish I could just forget that monstrosity exists. Have anybody been watching Dragon Ball Super?
I have
No.
not caught up at all. I
Okay,
told myself
dude.
I was, but I didn't.
Like the Goku,
I'm not a Dragon Ball fan.
shut the fuck up.
Fuck you.
The Goku and the Beerus fight has been going on.
I heard it's amazing.
for like 5 episodes. Like
Really?
they like and they were
Really?
they were punching each other so hard that like the universe was
I keep
fucking
hearing that. That's
crackling.
what everybody was saying.
Oh
that
my
like the
God.
universe is like tearing.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. Oh no, and Goku just now like lost the god power and then became became a Super
absorbed it.
Saiyan. Yeah. But he's still on par. Dude, yeah, it's fucking nuts.
This nigga just wrecked his son.
But no, he's on par like
Yeah,
with
I heard he made like Beerus use 100% of his power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
Here's a good topic.
Okay.
What is something that you hate that everybody loves, or something you love that everybody hates?
Something that I hate that everybody loves.
Or something that I love that everybody hates.
That's it, babe.
See, I have impeccable taste, so...
Fucker.
Something that I hate that everyone seems to love. Oh shit, this is hard.
I hate Christian ideals.
I seriously thought you were gonna say Christian rock. And
Well, I think everybody.
so
No one
you're not
loves
alone.
Christian rock. People just
Uh-huh.
put up with it.
I honestly can't think of anything. Because I surround myself with people that like what I like. Because, I'm into shallow relationships.
But
like that.
I love wrestling, and a lot of people don't like wrestling.
That's
A
good
lot of
answer.
people do like wrestling.
Oh no, but
That's
a lot of people do like wrestling.
Yeah,
right?
a lot of
like
they're like the most intelligent
But I think
people.
there's
on
more
the
normal
internet.
people out there, so more people don't like.
No. The thing, like what I like about wrestling is, I mean, yes, when I watch it, I am very well 100% aware that it is a show. What they're doing to each other is it's real, but like there's theatrics and fireworks and all this shit.
Superheroes.
Golden bells. It's
You have a wrestling belt.
it's
in your corner,
larger.
probably
it's-
about as real as.
It's larger than life
Come
stories.
be now.
It's all an act. It's for fun. It's entertainment.
The Undertaker actually does have blood.
No,
okay.
what's the term I'm looking for? Suspension of disbelief. Anyway,
Yeah.
It's
like,
tongue in cheek.
but what I really like to do is like I like that's the United States belt.
Yeah, I'm putting
I-
on a wrestling belt.
I
right
like
now.
the I like to watch like the back the back end, like the developmental NXT, like 2 of the matches between 2 of the women wrestlers in the last like month or so have been 2 of the greatest matches I have ever seen. And I'm what's called a smark, like I'm not.
Smark?
I am a smart.
What's a smart?
The fucking day.
A smart mark, somebody who like looks at it
Did you make that up
beyond,
yourself?
just no. It's an internet term.
Oh, okay.
Beyond just the facade of I'm watching wrestling on Monday. Like I genuinely care about certain wrestlers getting like spots and how things are gonna, like wrestling is like my football. You know how people get all up
get
into
nuts
it,
about the football.
Yeah. I
Come all
understand.
over football.
I understand that it's predetermined, but it's just, and I mean, Carolyn likes it. I mean, I love it. And
I think I would enjoy it.
I am not ashamed. Like, here's one. When Brock Lesnar pinned The Undertaker at WrestleMania 30.
That was funny.
Never before in my life had I ever had just a complete and utter just like
This isn't gonna work.
moment of just like shock. Just like, oh my god, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, the
Like,
Undertaker pulled some dirty shit that time.
At fucking SummerSlam?
Yeah,
Yeah. And then Brock Lesnar just like flips him off. Yeah.
I get that.
It's like Scooby Doo.
But then like one of the things that does kind of suck is the divas wrestling, and there are
The
certain like part because I watch it every Monday, and I sit here and I watch
Make your fantasy leagues.
No, and I'm just like I know why people change the channel and they're like, this just looks fucking stupid as fuck.
Yeah. Looks like I'm gonna lose a brain cell or two.
But like especially like the last two women's matches in NXT have been legitimate like amazing matches. But why can't like NXT is like the developmental before they go into WWE, and the women's or the divas matches on Monday and on Thursday are shit when they're having these amazing matches in their fucking developmental system. Why can't they just like why can't
they shift?
Dude,
switch writers.
You know what wrestling is like? Just the whole concept of it. It's exactly like getting caught up with a soap opera. Because soap operas never end. Just like wrestling never ends.
No, wrestling,
it's just a constant
wrestling
story.
is a soap opera for men. And feuds open and they close and they come back. Alliances are formed.
Evil twins come.
Exactly.
Gotta watch out for them evil twins.
I'm gonna do a plug for the WWE Network. $9.99 a month is a really good like investment. Most pay-per-views, especially like the average wrestling fan, will buy 3 to 4 pay-per-views or 2 to 3 pay-per-views a year. So WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and maybe like Royal Rumble or something. Each of those is $60 for 12. Or for $9.99 a month for 12 months. That's $120. That's the price of 2. Of those
Dunkin' Donuts coffees. 2
of those pay-per-views or whatever, but you get all the pay-per-views, like all 12 of them. You get all like the extra behind-the-scenes shit. Like you're an idiot if you pay for a pay-per-view and don't have the WWE Network.
When Sam was about to say like, I'm about to do a plug, can you just like edit out what he said, and then put the John Cena meme, like John Cena.
I'm not gonna do that.
Oh man, I know that's like it's gotten annoying. That meme.
I should do that though. That'd be
You should. It'd be
I'll edit
hilarious.
all this out though.
Nah, leave this in.
Yeah, let's see.
Hold on, wait, I got one more topic before we go.
Oh no, I haven't answered things
No!
that I hate.
Oh.
Well, I mean, with all these topics, honestly, to save time, we all don't really need to answer.
I mean, I guess.
Unless it's really good.
Okay.
Um,
Mine's not very good. Mine's about Sword Art Online, Tiki Taki Titans, and Soccer Trick.
I liked the first season of Sword Art Online. I didn't like
Dude,
it.
Honestly, my favorite part was the first half of the first season of Sword Art Online because.
Oh, but I'm a sucker.
That shit with the elves was dumb.
Oh,
my favorite part was the
that's
titties.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
And all of it.
And I'm a
But
sucker.
that's just me.
Like the the last couple episodes where Asuna was like getting like basically raped.
That was like a little nerve wracking.
Yeah, I was like.
I did pause it though to take screen caps of him saying that your tears were delicious.
That's weird.
No, I paused it so I could take screen caps of him like licking the tear up and then being like, "Your tears are delicious."
They sustain me.
I thought it would be a good reaction image.
Here's a good topic. I know Sam. You've said that you plan on having like at least one kid, right? 2? All right. I don't know about you, Michael, but like, here's a question. How do you, would you raise your children like Christian, or how would you raise them, like religiously?
I can answer this question because it's something that my wife and I have thoroughly discussed.
That's good. That's good. Most good, Sam.
It's directed towards me, but okay.
I have no problem raising my children in like Catholicism simply because like the morality, the basis of like Christianity and Catholicism,
it's good.
It teaches you how to be a good person. But unlike what happened to me, when it comes to the time to where you decide what you want to do, so be it. Once we've gone through and you've learned, like the morality and the basis of being, an upstanding citizen, how not to be a douchebag, make up your own mind. When you are ready not to go to church because you have questions, so be it.
Yeah.
But when they're children, I think going to church instills a certain value, regardless of what I personally believe. For the most part, Catholicism has a morality to it that I find, I don't want to use the word better, but better than like Protestants and like Baptist and all those like Catholicism.
Fucking Presbyterians.
Yeah, Presbyterians. Like Catholicism came first. Like it's a fact. Yes, Catholicism has not was not it became.
How do you explain the Inquisition, Sam? You gonna answer for that?
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
No, but how many? I mean,
meme.
Religion has been, and we're going way off topic here, but religion had. But this is one of the things that I'm pretty passionate about.
I can just talk for motherfucking hours.
Religion has been. I mean, it has been the catalyst for some of the
biggest atrocities.
The largest wars in history. Like take the Crusades, which took place over like 1,000 years. The Spanish Inquisition was yes. You had a group of Catholics coming over and imposing their religion on other people, but that wasn't just religion. It was power. It was you were going to be this way just like everybody else. Any institution that has been around as long, Judaism has its problems. Islam clearly has its problems.
Yeah.
Christianity has had its problems, The basis of all of these religions tends to be just be a good person. And if you can instill in your children until they decide what they want to do, the values, the morals, the teachings, then it's, it'll be up to them to decide.
Right.
Yeah.
What about you, Michael?
So, I mean, I consider myself a Catholic. I don't know if I'd consider myself practicing necessarily. I tell my parents I go to church.
You lie to your parents about going to church?
Yeah. Should probably go to confession about it.
Hashtag Christian problems.
I know, right? But, no, my parents are very, Catholic. My mom's Protestant, but she's basically Catholic. The way I see it, I agree with Sam. Teach, if I ever have kids, I don't really like kids. So, that might not be something I personally want. But, if whoever I marry or choose to put my seed into wants kids, I'm sure I'd be fine with it. My thing is the same. A lot of religions are, when you boil down to it, it's just don't be a dick.
Yeah.
And I feel like growing up, it helped me to not turn into a little Satan or a little Hitler or whatever.
The fear of hell really corrects you.
Yeah, it does.
The fear of being tortured for eternity.
It truly does.
I can tell you that was when I was a kid. That was one of my greatest fears. Was just that whole thought.
No, it really. Well, I went to church camp a lot when I was a kid, and I was a counselor there until I went to college. And then I learned how fucked up everything was. And one of the big things was all these fire, brimstone, blah blah blah. You're gonna go to hell, sort of things.
You can get raped in hell.
Yeah, I don't think that's the right way to raise a kid. But, I think that the way I was raised was a good way of doing it. I mean, my parents expect me to be going to church. I agree with Sam.
Are your parents hardcore Christians?
They're pretty hardcore Catholic. They're not, crazy in any way. I've actually, pretty much told them that I take a lot of influences from Judaism and Buddhism in my own personal religious practices, just because I don't think any one system has the right answer. Because in Christianity especially, they don't teach you how to just sit and not worry. But Buddhism, that's what Buddhism is founded on.
Buddhism isn't really a religion. It's a way of life. It's how to live.
The
Buddhism doesn't really have gods, does it?
No, it doesn't. But I consider it a religion just because of
the lifestyle change.
Yeah, it's a belief system. You could say it's a philosophy. I know Catholicism considers it a philosophy. But I think that it's a religion just because it's a way of believing. The whole goal is to reach enlightenment, which is really cool. It's not focusing on, like, the goal is to... The end goal for Buddhism, from what I understand, I might be wrong, is not to reach a heaven, it's to reach nirvana, which is just enlightenment, and you get out of this weird, crazy cycle of reincarnation that I'm not going to.
And don't you become almost like a god?
Well, yeah, you just you reach an understanding, and that's
like the circle of like reincarnations.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. And Judaism, I like Judaism for the fact that they're just like, they're straight shooters, and they're the proto-Christianity. And I took a class.
I've always loved that word, proto.
Yeah.
It's a good word.
It is a great, what's it called? The thing that comes before word.
Suffix?
Yeah. No, it's prefix. It's a great prefix. It's a great prefix.
I feel stupid.
But, what I like about Judaism is that they don't, like, really sugarcoat shit. And they don't... they read... Like, most of Old Testament is the Hebrew Bible.
Yeah. Torah.
And...
Get it right.
They... Well, no, I took a class and it's Hebrew Bible. But it doesn't matter.
You know what? You want to throw down, motherfucker? Come on.
Oh, shit. He's about to take off his WWE belt. Oh, God.
I'm about to put it on the line.
I'm not prepared. Oh, no, he's waving it. But either way, whatever you want to fucking call it.
Yeah, no.
The Torah, the Hebrew Bible. Whatever you want to call it. It's actually really funny
I'm gonna call it the Michael's Not Right.
Okay, that's fine.
Michael's a fucking father.
But it's really funny because Christians read it and they're like, all these things were referring to Christ.
Yeah.
And the Jewish read it and they're like, no, they were just talking about like this prophet, and they were making all of these like big generalizations in order to get people to do shit and not fuck up.
Yeah, because Christ was not and in the Dead Sea Scrolls, there's actually mention of two other messiahs, right? And Christ was not, like, God had told the Israelites that the Messiah was going to come down and just fucking wreck shop. Like, he was going to just be somebody that came in, destroyed everybody's enemy, boom. Done, right? And then it turns out that it's fucking Jesus.
Maybe God changed his mind.
This peace-loving... No, but that was part of the promise to the Jews.
Yeah.
That's to the Jews, Jesus is still a
prophet.
A prophet, and his name is actually like, isn't it like a Yahshua?
Yeah,
it's
Yeshua.
not Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah. But to answer your question, Wes, from my experience with religion, I think that I'm going to raise my children in my own religion, which is the Catholic Church.
Right.
But then I'm going to really push them and encourage them to study other religions of the world, whatever they're interested in. Because I've grown so much.
I would probably raise my child with the belief that, like, because you kind of have to, because children have questions, like.
Yeah.
So I would, like, if they're like, who made the world? Like, well, God did. So like, I would teach them, that there is a God, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't really bring them into any sort of certain religion. I would just
Yeah.
I would give them like the building blocks like that.
Yeah.
But I would also tell them that there's many religions out there, and then once you're old enough, you can choose to follow
Go out
whichever
and choose
one
whichever one you want.
Just go pick one. I always hate, like, isn't it embarrassing? Do you guys ever get that where your body, like, releases gas inside of itself, like it moves through your intestinal tract, and you can hear it, and you're like, did anyone else hear that?
Every goddamn day of my life.
Yeah.
My friend Aiden. So this dude, I hope he's listening to this. Aiden, if you're listening to this, I love you, but you're a fuckboy. And
Does
I
he
mean
follow
that in
your
the best of
Nosepass
ways.
page?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, well, if you post this on that.
Well, no, he listened to our last one. But
that's good.
But so my friend Aiden, I love him to death. He's so first time I saw this little lanky ass, pasty ass Irish kid.
Pale Irish retard.
Yeah. No, he's really fucking smart actually. But so first time I see this kid, so I'm in the anime club at my school because my friends are on it. That's like really one of the only reasons I'm in it. I don't even like anime.
It's like the tech club when me and David.
Yeah,
did that.
no, exactly. Like
it was just a reason to hang out.
Yeah, no. So I was sitting at the table during the our school calls it the co-curricular extravaganza, and I see this like lanky ass white dude walking around with this like baseball cap.
Yeah.
That's like beat up. It has pins all in it. He's wearing like a long sleeve shirt. I don't even remember what it said. And like shorts with like beat up Chuck Taylors. This dude's got like gauges in his ears, like this weird nose ring. Nah, he looks like the most like when I saw him, I was like, I didn't know what to think of this kid. But the first thought that ran through my head as soon as I saw him, I was like, if this fucker doesn't sign up for anime club, then there's something wrong with this dude. So, after a while, all of a sudden he just appears. He, not even asking questions, he walks up, signs the sign-up sheet. My roommate goes, oh, do you have any questions? He goes, nope, I'm good, and then just walks away. I see him at a meeting a little while later, and I don't know. I was just like, man, this dude seems like he's an alright guy. Like, I'm gonna like fuck with him a bit. So I'm talking to him and like one other dude, and I bring up this thing called Rape Man.
Oh, I love Rape Man.
So for people that don't know, Rape Man is a hentai series in which there's a superhero that goes and rapes women that are doing bad things. So like cheating on her husband. He's essentially like a hitman, only instead of killing the person, he rapes them. And someone on the internet made
a dub.
An English dub, only it's more of an abridged thing, would you say?
A dub?
Yeah. The dub of Rape Man?
Yeah.
It's more of an abridged thing.
Okay.
And I was just talking about that, and they were like, what the fuck is this kid talking about? So I pull out my phone, look it up, and show it to him, and that was when Aiden and I became friends. I don't know
what bonded over rape.
We did bond over rape. And since then, like, we've had all these, like, really fucking weird inside jokes. And one of them being, like, and it concerned his girlfriend. One of them being that we were lesbian lovers. And we would just, like, do the gayest fucking shit around each other. Like, it got really fucking funny. But, like, since the moment I saw this strange, white, pasty Irishman, like, I was like, this dude's gonna be my friend. And, like, since telling him about Rape Man, I've just always been, like, super comfortable around him. Enough to we were lesbian lovers. We had a child named Hamburger that was a bottle of Diet Coke that I bought. And I didn't drink it for months. Like, I kid you not. I did not
so this was a physical baby.
I did not touch that thing for months, and we would, like, one day we'd be drinking and we'd look at each other and be like, wait, where the fuck's Hamburger? And then I'd, like, look under a counter.
Hamburger!
Yeah. And we'd be like, oh fuck, where the shit's Hamburger, our child? Where is she? And we would look under, like, a table, and there would be this bottle of Diet Coke, and we'd be like, oh, thank God, and then just leave it there. And then after a while, I had some rum, and I needed to mix it, and I had to use Hamburger.
You sacrificed it?
I had to use Hamburger to mix.
Like Stannis in Game of Thrones?
No,
that sacrificed a child
that
for mixed drinks.
That didn't happen in the book.
It did.
I want to say that he joined me in drinking from her.
Oh,
yeah. Your story's just
here we go.
Probably.
What did you think of this week's Walking Dead?
I haven't watched it.
Oh, well then never mind.
I heard it was a letdown though. I heard it was one of their lowest season premieres, like lowest like viewers watching.
Oh, really?
I heard it was.
Oh, wow. Because it was a big they spent a lot of money on that episode. Like, honestly, it was a big episode.
Since I'm so far ahead in the comics, I don't even care. because I already know the story and what they're gonna do.
I stopped caring once other people besides me started liking it.
God, you were the biggest hipster.
I am. No, I was explaining this phenomena to my dad where it's just like once I start seeing things like everywhere, I think
You're disinterested.
yeah, well it's like Adventure Time. I love Adventure Time. I love what it was. I haven't really watched it recently. But I get tired of going into a store and then like Adventure Time being everywhere, or
Yeah.
like going online and then Adventure Time being everywhere. And the same thing happened with Walking Dead. It was just like overload, and it got really tiring. This is not Texas sweet tea, peace tea. Whoever
Do not
produces
insult
you.
that peace tea. That is
No, but
delicious.
it's not Texas style sweet tea.
No, if you want Texas style sweet tea, you need to go Bush's, baby.
No, my friend turned me on to peace tea up north. They have this flavor called snowberry. Have you tried that?
Nah, son.
That's some tasty ass shit. Let me tell you, it's got like blueberries. It's got like that green tea shit.
She's got
like
that
some
passion
black tea.
fruit.
It's got like everything in it. And I was sitting there, and I was like, oh, I've seen peace teas back home. I don't really need to like deal with this. Like
Yeah.
I've seen it. I'm not
gonna
interested. Blah blah blah.
Gonna jack off.
And then he goes, nigga, you need to try this. And I was like, fine, I'll fucking try
Nigga, you
one.
need to hit this.
I know. And I spent $1 on like the fucking snowberry flavor, and like jizzed myself as soon as it hit my taste buds. And I like buy them whenever I like found a spot in Worcester that sold them. And
Yeah.
I'd like go there after work and like buy a peace tea.
I
buy
used to be
him
like
one.
when I was at UMHB, like every
Mhm.
day I bought one of those like Sobe drinks. You remember those?
Yeah, no, they still sell them.
Yeah,
they
dude.
sell them at my
I drink
school
one of those,
actually.
I drink one of those like every day.
Something that's really funny is that
I
Carolyn
saw that one. I saw that
Car-
drawing in your sketchbook.
Carolyn is always trying to show me like funny pictures on the internet.
Have you
It's
seen
like-
them
it's
already?
like- I've seen that. I saw that like 4 days ago. You
Like,
know?
bitch,
like,
get good.
like, oh, that's so funny. I've already seen it. I don't give a fuck.
You're like dressed in the Dark Souls armor. Get good.
Get good, nigga. That used to be my picture on Steam. It was this doctor that had this Dark Souls like helmet on, and then he had like
Wait,
yeah, no, that-
he had
yeah.
a clipboard up that says "Get good."
Yeah, no,
But
that's my favorite
Wait,
reaction.
I love it.
wait. How many people here have beaten 1, 2, and
I haven't beaten any of them.
I haven't beaten any
I'm
of them.
stuck on the 2 bosses from Dark Souls 1, and I just haven't gotten back to Dark Souls 2.
You need to get good, bro.
No, I am
No.
good at Dark Souls. Fuck you.
Bloodborne.
I'm showing them reaction images.
Bloodborne is. I mean, I actually think that Bloodborne is a little like easier, perhaps.
Oh hell yeah! I
than
still
Dark
haven't beaten
Souls.
Bloodborne
Like,
though.
But where are you stuck?
Nigga,
though?
it's
I'm not
all,
stuck. I just got uninterested.
Oh,
in it.
It's
no,
all
but
about the Demon Souls.
They're about.
Oh yeah.
I love Demon Souls.
I've never
but
played it.
They're about to come out with a DLC for
Oh,
for
I bet.
Bloodborne, and I'm super duper excited about it. If Donald Trump becomes president,
I'm gonna put a bullet in my head.
Oh hell yeah.
If he becomes president, because that's only gonna open the door and keep it open. Put one of those fucking wedges under it so it stays open for like
I
all
think
these
Kanye's
fucking tools.
gonna become
Yeah.
president.
Like all the like comedians are gonna run for president. Fucking actors are gonna run for president.
See, the thing is, comedians have their shit together.
Fucking Special Olympic first gold medal winners are gonna run for president. It's gonna be bad.
I personally would vote for these nuts.
Why? Do you want our country to go into the ground like Rome?
No.
Do you want us to burn and
No.
crash?
No,
These nuts had some
History-
good policy.
history will prove all great empires fall.
Yes. Do you think America is at its peak right now? Do you think we're falling right now?
No, we haven't been around long enough for us to fall.
We've been around for
no,
like 300 years.
Yeah, but remember the Roman, the Persian, the Babylonian, the Egyptians. They were around. They were around.
the
for-
Babylonians.
They were around for thousands of years. At the peak.
But
of,
wasn't Rome the greatest empire?
it could be argued. China was.
Did you know what I learned recently? Rome had like not a statute, but like it was like a practice where if the people felt like one figurehead was getting too powerful, they could like vote them out and exile them. That's
Yeah.
where the word ostracism comes
No,
from.
Rome.
That was the practice. They were like, "You're getting way too powerful. Get the
Rome-
fuck out of here!
Rome,
Get out of here!
Rome was
Get
the
outta
very.
here.
Rome was the archetype for a democracy.
I have
So
a
smart,
topic.
Sam.
I have a topic.
What is it?
Red pandas.
What about red pandas?
They're fucking adorable.
Okay.
You know what pet I really want, and
What?
everybody says I shouldn't get, is a raccoon. Raccoons. All I've seen from them is just
Goofy.
amazement.
I want two animals when I'm old enough to own a pet of
When
my
I'm
own.
grown up,
When I'm a grown up, there are two animals that I want, and one is a black cat, and I want him or her to be named Hemlock, because I think that's a kick-ass name for a cat, especially a black cat. And the other is a raven or a crow, and I will name it Poe.
you know what? I already have a fully white dog named Ghost. I kind of want to get a black dog, like fully black, and name it Wraith. And just have two dogs, Wraith and Ghost, like black and white.
Should just get another black dog. Get two black dogs. One can be Wraith, and the other one can be like Oreo.
Ghost, Wraith, and Oreo. We need some topics, bro.
I know we do. Some top picks.
Okay, Michael, like you're an aspiring artist such as myself. Did you, when you were in grade school, did you ever make like comic books?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you ever make your own comic books?
Yeah.
I did that all the time.
Yeah, no.
I had this one character, he's my OC, please don't steal, named Boxer Boy, right?
Was he a ripoff of Captain Underpants?
A little bit. Because
Oh, no.
Captain Underpants was my jam. Alright?
Captain
But-
Underpants was amazing.
I read almost all of them. But anyway, Boxer Boy, yeah, he's my OC. And like I only made one of them, and he was fighting this guy named Sir Starch, right?
Mhm.
Like just a guy that had like the powers of like starch, I guess. You know, which is Underpants' one and only weakness.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, of course, like starchy underpants.
Yeah.
No one wants those.
so like he's fighting him, and at the very end of the book, he realizes that Sir Starch is his father. You know? Yeah. And then at the very end, I end it like like with a
Original story. Please don't steal.
like I ended it with like a to be continued, and then like it shows like next month's issue kind of bullshit. It's like with with a character who's supposed to be like his mother, and I cannot remember the mother's name at all. Like I don't know what I did with that comic book, but it was some real shit. Nigga.
What I would do? I never.
What
did.
I would give to have that comic book in my possession again.
Yeah. I save all of my sketchbooks. Like since I was in like 3rd grade when I started drawing, I have every single sketchbook.
Let me look at them. Don't you have them?
Yeah, you brought your sketchbook.
I have a sketchbook with me.
His stuff's really good. You should see it.
Yeah, let me look at
Thank
it.
you. But what I was a very angry child.
Just an angsty child.
Well, like drawing obviously for me has been like a therapeutic sort of thing.
I love art, don't worry.
Yeah. And one of
Be ready to see some dicks.
I know, right? But the biggest thing that one of the things that I would do as far as comics would go were like just jokes. Like I would just fucking make jokes. I still do that. Like I'll make a doodle and then put like a little word bubble or like an arrow.
Yeah.
And like one of them in one of my sketchbooks was I drew a picture of myself and I inked it on a plane ride home. And then, or a plane ride actually back up to school because I was working there over the summer. And then I was like, man, it needs something. So I drew like a little like line next to my mouth. And then I write, I hope no one heard my fart. And I was on a plane, and I think the guy next to me saw that.
Yeah.
And he was like, when I looked over at him, he just looked really fucking uncomfortable.
He's like, oh god, I know what that was now. I can smell it.
I know. And I was but like since I was a kid I've been doing stuff like that. Like I drew a really shitty picture of Goku. And like I said, I was never a big fan of the Dragon Ball series or Dragon Ball Z because
It was
as
so
a kid,
popular.
well, not even as a kid, I was just like, this is taking way too goddamn long for them to power up. Like it's been like 5 episodes.
That's
Like
just how anime goes.
yeah, well, especially anime based off manga, but I just didn't really like it that much, and I understand now that like it was a big thing, and you know it deserves the hype that it got, and blah blah blah. I'm just not interested in watching it. You know, I'm 21 years old, almost 22. I'm not gonna go back and watch all of Dragon Ball Z.
Who is this character?
Oh, the ghost?
Yeah.
It's just so I just handed Sam my sketchbook and he was flipping through it. I draw myself as a ghost a lot.
Okay. So
Because I feel empty inside.
Okay.
And I'm essentially
That's too real, dude.
I know. But what was I saying? So I drew this picture of Goku and it was just like this shitty doodle. And next to him I was like, fear me, for my hair grows at alarming rates and changes color. And because I was like, that's the stupidest way to power up, like,
Right.
that's my hair grew.
That's the only, like, physical, like, what's the word? Phenotype? Would that be it? A phenotype? Something like outward?
I don't know.
That's the only phenotype of, like, his ability to change.
Yeah, that's like the only way, like, they didn't make him, like, actually get more muscular. They didn't make him...
Well, in Super Saiyan God, he actually gets more lean.
Yeah.
And then the original unperfected Super Saiyan 2, they were way more bulkier. And then, like, Goku and Gohan were able to perfect the Super Saiyan 2. Oh, you know what's a funny thing that happened earlier?
What?
I think it was yesterday, but, my sister and I were in line for Chick-fil-A in the drive-thru. And one thing that pisses me off a lot is when people are in line for their fast food and then the line moves and then they're looking at their fucking phone and they're not moving, you know?
Oh, I was sure.
And so this person was just sitting there for a good, like, minute.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and in fast food waiting time, that's a long time. Mm-hmm. So, like, my sister's like, just yell at them, like, roll down the window and yell at them. No, well, my horn is broken.
Oh, okay.
I took out the fuse because it's broken and it's constantly blaring, so I had to take it out. But anyway, she's like, yeah, just yell at them and, like, you know, so that you can get their attention. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. They probably have their window down. Anyway. And so my sister rolls down the window and she's like, like, coughs really hard.
That fucking spike.
She just coughs really, really hard, and then they move. I'm like, oh my god! And then because the way that they were in front of us, we couldn't see their driver's window, and as soon as they turned, we see that they had their driver's window all the way down. So they heard that. They're like, it was really, really funny.
So, did I tell the story about me getting hit on my bike yet?
You got hit on your bike?
Yeah.
Or hit on your bike?
No, I got hit while I was riding my bike. So I went to the comic shop in town, you know, on my way back. It was like a great day. I'd almost gotten hit 3 times that day. So I don't know what was going on. It was just one of those days. But on my way back, I was like, okay, I'm in the clear. I'm on the sidewalk. I'm going to be careful. So me being careful was I have my earbuds in and I'm like flying down the sidewalk.
Just gliding, not even pedaling.
Yeah, I'm just like you know, like listening to my music and shit. And then like I was getting to this corner. There's a 7-Eleven there, and sort of like where the drive-in is, where they like drive into the parking lot. This car starts edging out, and I'm like, oh, I'll just like go around it. So I'm going around it, and it pulls out a little bit. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm going to get tapped. I'll just sort of brace for impact, keep going. It won't be a big
loose,
deal.
You don't want to stay stiff.
Yeah, well, you know, like, sort of, you know, like, expect to get hit sort of thing. And I, like, try to swerve out of the way. It taps me, I'm like, okay, whatever. And then it taps me again, I'm like, what the fuck? And then it taps me again, I'm like, what the shit? Like, this is happening. Like,
this is my life now.
Like, this person hit me not once, not twice, but 3 fucking times before realizing, oh shit, there's a cyclist in front of me.
Yeah.
How did they not? Were they just like this?
Well, see, I get out, and at this point, it's very blatantly obvious this person wasn't paying attention to what they were fucking doing, which makes me think that she was on her phone.
Wait, so like, how hard was she hitting you?
It was a tap. and then a push, and then another push. Like, it wasn't like, it was sort of like, I don't know.
Oh, so she was like kind of like at a standstill and then kind of creeping?
Yeah. So, like, she was edging out to make it turn. So, which leads me to believe that, you know, she just wasn't paying attention.
Were you directly in front of the... Like if
I
you
was
the
like...
car, were you, like, right here in front, or were you, like, to the side like this?
I was, like, dead center of that car when she started pulling out.
Okay, then there's no reason she should have seen it if she was looking at the road.
Yeah, well, either way, she hits me. I, like, wasn't wearing my clips, because I usually wear clips on my bike. Like, I have clips on the pedals, and I usually wear the shoes to clip in. Fortunately, I wasn't wearing those, because I wouldn't have been able to jump off my bike fast enough, and I would have fallen into traffic. It was the busiest street in the town, and I would have gotten my head crushed by a fucking car.
I have a similar story. When I was riding my motorcycle, I was coming down Valley Mills where it meets Bosque, and I was just driving, minding my own business, going like 40 miles an hour. This motherfucker pulls out like in front of me, right? And so I'm sitting there. And, you know, my bike, it's a Ninja 250, you know, he's probably like 3 inches from my back tire to the back of his car, and I am just sliding like a bitch, you know. I'm like, I'm probably going to die. But I get the bitch down to about 15, and when it just does its final, like, you know, outward curve, I just kick the shit out of it. And just rip it back up to the other side. And
you did the, like, Akira stop where you, like, slid?
Yeah, and whenever, I'm sure the person behind me was like, oh my fucking god, what did that person just do?
Is that man okay?
And when I passed when I passed the guy that had done it, I was just like, fuck you, dude. Like, if I had been like a younger motorcycle rider, I very well would have dropped that and then
I would have been carried,
run over by another person.
Yeah, like this woman was nice enough to stop and like give me a ride to the bike shop that I used to work at.
Dude, like earlier,
but I was still like, had she not done anything, one, I would have taken her plates and then I would have called the cops. But two, I would have been like yelling, screaming, chasing her down the street, like slapping the shit out of her car if I ever caught up. Like, I was pissed.
Here's the topic. Are you a Waco original? Are you born here, or did you move?
I was born in Dallas.
Oh, okay. Well, you're like a Texas, and then
I'm a Texan.
Oh my God! Get the fuck out of my house! Get out!
Oh Jesus
Christ! Get out of here!
I thought that was like a demon.
I know. I saw something move out of the car.
You do not belong here. God damn.
Oh Jesus Christ!
God damn.
He's sad now.
Oh
or
my
she
God.
Is sad now.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Oh my God! A cat just came into the room. Please leave this in. That needs to be in there.
Okay, here, we're all Texans. Sam and I are, well, not Sam, even. We're all from different cities. I'm born and raised Waco. You were born, Sam, you were born in Huntsville, raised mostly in Waco.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
then,
my high school years, so yeah.
And then, Michael, you're in Waco for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, since this is basically everybody's home right now, like, what would you say, like, your favorite spot here in Waco is?
None of them.
My house.
Yeah, Waco's pretty boring.
Yeah, no, Waco sucks.
Alright, well, I guess we'll catch you guys on the next episode of Drunk Ass Men Podcasts. It's been fun having you guys here, so
yeah,
it's me, Wesley Jones, signing out.
This is Michael Allen signing out.
And this is Sam. Later.
Bye.
Right, that's good enough. I'll find a way to edit it.